What is up YouTube, and welcome back to another RiftGuides WildRift video. We have finally the patch preview of 6.0 on our hands. The video is live, so let's watch it together, let's share our thoughts, and let's have a healthy discussion in the comments about the upcoming changes. I've heard many things about durability patches, new champions and everything, but now let's go.
Hello everyone, Ka here.
And John, do you like my costume?
Gnar, Gaga,
David, I can't understand you.
What are you talking about?
and there's gonna be prizes, there's gonna be portals, it's gonna be an amazing patch.
Anyway, David here has taken your obsession a little bit too seriously. This patch, we invite you to channel your inner Yordle. Want to be more determined like Poppy?
Or light a fire in your enemies?
Every Yordle has their unique passions, but they're all united in the essence of Yordle. So be yourself and don't sweat the small stuff.
Welcome to patch 6.0, Yordle Up! And this year saw a major Summoner's Rift update with Hextech. Hextech infused elements saw the birth of the T-Hex Mecha, the Hextech Baron, and of course our itty-bitty Hextech Mimics. We think it's time for a few changes, and what better way to do that than with a little bit of Yordle magic. But like everything in Bandle City, magic is hard to control. You will see new Bandle-themed monsters.
You see these cute minions? They look adorable. And you saw these other things, like let me go back in time for a second.
City,
so hold up. You see this here? Hold up. What is this weird stuff jumping or whoa. Okay, I saw a few leaks, but what is this?
You will see new Bandle-themed monsters, terrain,
is Grom
and
a
even
teacup?
minions popping up throughout Summoner's Rift. The Herald took a well-deserved break during the Hex Rift, and she's coming back with a full-on Yordle makeover. You might not recognize Enchanted Ensemble on first glance, as she manifests as 3 musical monsters. Once you engage, they assemble and merge into one. Slaying her will have the Yordle Herald charge at the nearest turret and then split into 3 instruments, each gaining attack speed with every charge. Baron obviously came through the portals and...
Okay, hold up, let's briefly talk about it. So we go back to the old Herald that deals so much damage, instead of the other variants. So we are taking away agency we have given to other lanes and give it back to the person who kills the Herald. Okay.
Got some Yordle upgrades too. He looks so peaceful and harmonious now. So much so that Baron's second ability, Musical Frenzy, will transform unit hit into instruments. But don't be fooled, it's still lethal, so don't get tangled in those streets. Killing the Bandle City Baron will buff all your lanes, giving one of your minions the ability to heal others.
1 + 1 = 3, right? Well, on the Bandle Rift it does. We're adding a 3rd stage to the red and blue buffs. And it buffs not only the champion who slays it, but the entire team. Man, I love Bandle math. Being smaller than everybody, Yordles knows what...
That is a direct transition from the PC version that got these void buffs on 20 minutes, I think. And now we got this too. So you all on the map gain the buffs, so there's no like competition for the buffs anymore later on. Which means though, they definitely have to weaken the buffs. You can't just walk around with 5 red buffs in the game. That is not an option in the way they are currently. I really hope these buffs are getting addressed.
What it's like to be the underdogs. And they never waver. And we want you to keep that same confidence and trust in the big picture, even if a particular trade didn't pan out. Throughout the game, mushrooms will spawn next to the turret to help you fund your next moves. Picking them up will grant instant gold, and the more mushrooms, the more gains. So don't be vexed if you're trailing behind a minion wave. You can still bag some gold.
What?
We've loved seeing you zoom through the rift with the hex gates, and so we let the Yordles work their magic on them as well. Throughout the game, 2 sets of enchanted gates will periodically spawn on the map. At different stages, portal will spawn in various locations to help you zap out from the base quickly or move into areas of the jungle. Use them right to seriously mess with your enemies and maybe then even steal an objective here or there. Like any other magic in Bandle City though, they are fleeting, so catch them before they disappear. And also, take them at your own risk. In true Yordle fashion, you might find yourself in an unexpected situation.
hold up, what does this mean? Unexpected situation. So you take them and you might take damage, you might get spawned differently, you might die. What is the unexpected thing? What is the like best thing? What's the worst thing that could happen? I don't really like RNG things because it's
Hey, supporting is a
yeah.
team sport. The team needs them as much as they need the team.
No support,
Now,
please.
when you upgrade your support items, the champ who shared most gold with the support will be crowned as the best partner. While out of combat, both will gain move speed when moving towards each other. Use this to your advantage to push through lanes quicker. So support your support to support you. The new Kinnick Rokkan fills an item gap for tanks, providing an AP shield. The item offers a direct countermeasure against well-farmed AP carry champs, while also providing some defense and sustain against poke-heavy or long-range comps, which will...
We already have this item, and it's called Abyssal Mask. And the item that they're just presenting is an item option that if you don't have any CC would be an option. Because you have Force of Nature, which is like the best in-slot against magic damage. Like, it's by far the most broken thing because of... If it gets fully stacked, you take 25% less magic damage on top of the item stats. And you gain movement speed. And Abyssal Mask is the best in-slot item if you have CC abilities. So this is only fixing the slot for like a very few champions. Where, yeah, they need this shield.
Coming handy in mid to late game. Hey, the Yordle wanted to contribute as well and came up with the Yordle Trap item. For everybody out there who likes to channel their inner Teemo and disturb the enemy not through damage, but by being extremely annoying. We've got the perfect item for you. Yordle Trap grants you health and haste, so you can run circles around your enemies after you catch them with increased speed and drive them nuts. And to round things off...
Okay, stop for a second again. I'm sorry for breaking and like pausing so many times, but it's about what happens here. So this item is a support item, which again, it's a buff to support, but it has to compete with like first item Heartsteel or first item Warmox. So the question would be, is this item good enough and provides it with enough snowball opportunity? Because this is like you share 300 gold or something, or like 200 to 300 gold with the people you participate in a kill with. So this item is inherently like some kind of a snowball item, which compared to Heartsteel and Warmox are focused on like one singular lane, being a little bit more selfish, whereas the other two options here can have different, like a different ability. But it's definitely a cool idea. But yeah, buffing support in any capacity is something that's really scary.
We are also adding a new summoner spell, Cleanse. It also frees your champs from various effects like Ignite, Blends, Stunts, and others. It also grants you short immunity to crowd control effects. The spell will...
Whoa, hold up. So we have, okay, don't get me wrong. So we have Cleanse, we have QSS, and we have Veil. How are you supposed to get CC'd? I mean, sure, you have to lose one summoner spell, which would probably be Exhaust, but then the support champion for you can take Exhaust. Okay.
Add more strategic depth during the laning phase, offering a counter for supports who use Exhaust or Ignite. Or take it onto ARAM or Hex ARAM for that added outplay potential. The Yordles truly outdid themselves. This is a lot to take in. To remind you of all things Bandle on the Rift, we will throw a little event so you can make sure you are not missing out on any of the magic.
The Yordle portals have another new exciting addition in tow, Unbound Frenzy, our newest game mode. Imagine some of the Rift, but with wild growing peppers that give your champs absurdly big buffs. Each buff from each pepper on each champ looks different, so you'll never know what you're gonna get. But it's gonna be big, like giant little big. We have over 40 champs in the lineup for you to choose from. The Rift and Lobby reflect this mercurial and plentiful mode with this design, and we've added a dedicated Unbound Frenzy champion collection, now displaying the Unbound Frenzy changes in detail, so you can study them and pick to your own preferences. Unbound Frenzy is also getting its own progression system with many rewards. Let us know what you think of this mode, and we'll keep the magic sparkles coming.
Like a resolute Yordle, we are all super committed to our daily rewards and tasks and activities. But we must admit, it's a little chaotic keeping up with it all, which is why we put together a system that houses all of it: Collected Legends. You can now see every mission and collect respective rewards and gifts all in one place. By logging in and engaging with the different missions, you will collect cards, and once you complete a set, you'll get the reward. There is plenty of rewards to bag this patch, with an exclusive epic skin up for grabs as well. We hope this new all-rounder system will help you get all of your Yordles in a row and get the rewards that you deserve. Our cute little Rift companions are also getting an upgrade. Their lobby will now show changes between day and night, so they can redefine their circadian rhythm. Everybody deserves their beauty sleep.
So adorable.
With all the fantastically magical changes to our gameplay, it only makes sense that our newest champion additions should be on the shorter and, I say, cuddlier side. Fans of car battles and combat mechs rejoice. Our first new champion to join us this patch is Rumble, the mechanized menace, and his trusted mech Tristy are here to torch their way through the rift with the help of their rockets and harpoons and flamethrowers. What's a more effective crowd control than to light a fire under, over, and all around your enemies? Make your presence felt in every team fight, and make sure you manage your heat properly, because you don't want to burn out at the wrong time. Our next Yordle might carry an...
Okay, quick break again. So Rumble is going to be a top laner, a mid laner. Like we have top, we have mid, we have jungle. And depending on the context, you can play him support. And then maybe with the Senna in AD carry. So you have 5 roles for Rumble. And his ultimate is similar to Victor E, like the Victor third ability. So I really wonder if they and how they work around it so it's less annoying like the current version of Victor.
An astounding resemblance to an incoherent toddler. But do not anger him, because boy, does he throw a tantrum. Gnar the Missing Link will give you plenty of new toys to play with, be it his boomerang or the boulder right next to him. And Gnar's fuse runs precariously short. At the end of it awaits a ferocious beast with a massive anger management problem. You'll want to strategically time Gnar's outbursts to overpower your enemies and take over the lane. It will take some time and effort to master this wild little beast, but we promise you he is worth it. And lastly, please make way for...
Okay, Gnar is a top lane champion. He can't be really played anywhere else. He's a ranged champion. Rumble is a melee champion, so Rumble has better clear and jungle, plus AoE abilities. Gnar is a ranged champion that only turns into this big form, and then he's a melee champion, so he can't really do jungle like this. With that said, he is one of the most annoying top laners in the game that potentially can be released, because ranged champion bully, ranged top lane kind of vibe, into heavy CC melee monster.
Our most valiant of Yordles, Poppy, the keeper of the hammer. She might not recognize her own potential, but this powerhouse will often be the deciding factor for your team. Poppy's steadfast presence is an iconic ability made to shut down opponents with high mobility. And her ultimate, Keeper's Verdict, will often help your team gain the edge in undecided fights or objectives. Wield Master Orlan's hammer and become an indispensable part of your team.
Okay, so Poppy is a support champion, a jungle champion, and a top lane champion. This champion, depending on how strong he is, will be an absolute jungle menace, because she can pin you into a wall and she just has to flash for it. And once that happens, you usually just instantly die. If your champion has any movement ability like a dash, she can cancel this movement ability with the circle thing you saw earlier, and then the champion becomes grounded. Grounded means you can't flash. So if you get hit by this, you usually just die. And this champion is very, very tanky.
Corki, arguably the best mustache in Runeterra, flies through the rift with ease, but retrieving his package from base every time is quite the journey. Which is why the new and improved Corki will now see the package land right next to him after landing his out missile barrage on enemies multiple times. Picking up the package will now increase the missiles in his ult and buff them. We hope that this change will make Corki fall more in line with his true calling as a marksman. We can't wait to see you make use of his full arsenal and dominate the Rift's airspace.
What?
If there's one thing Yordle love to do is celebrate. So let's party! Kicking off, we have our Year of the Snake celebration that will see skins, events, and games mode of the Year of the Snake. After that, we'll keep the love train running with Valentine's Day, Carnival, and other celebrations. And this year, we're taking April Fool's Day very seriously. And who better to spearhead that than Puppy? Okay, hear me out. We will turn every Yordle on the Rift into puppy versions of themselves. Funny, right? Trust me, it will be fun. Puppy will totally get it.
Patch 6.0 has us moving into rank season 16. And this time, to celebrate your soaring to the top, you can bag a Corki skin. And of course, a few other Bandle City residents couldn't pass up this opportunity to medal as well. Get ready for bed, because Dream Detective Cannon and Pajama Guardian Lulu are this patch's wild passes.
You know what we need? A puppy skin line. I'm gonna go talk to the team right now. Oh, and while we work that out, please marvel at the stellar skins this patch that will have you absolutely love-struck and over the moon.
Stuart will be happy about that one. Damn. Another Lux skin. Yeah. Don't they have high frame rate versions of this? That looks insane though, like you can't lie, this looks insane. Why does Seth look like he's Rey Mysterio from wrestling? It's a weird looking Callista skin. I was about to say, as if Mundo can read. It's so cute that Echo was there as well. Yeah. Bro has Riftmaker as his weapon. pizza delivery Sivir looks so mid compared to the other skins that just showed. No, they look also, like, these look, apart from Riven, look so mid compared to the ones that were just shown. Oh, he looks so adorable.
You know, I think I'm gonna go work on my resolutions now. Maybe Gnar isn't my spirit yordle after all. I've always wanted to grow a mustache, like Corki.
We hope you enjoyed our magical patch preview and are excited about the changes the portals are bringing as we are. Look towards the games, social, and our patch note for fun ways to yordle up your life.
We can't wait to see your take on how to yordle best. Thanks for watching.
See you on the Rift.
I guess this little malfunction there was maybe like a hint as to what could go wrong with the portals. Plus, they didn't mention the durability patch, like what they will do. Like every champion is going to get so much tankier, they take away so much damage out of the game in early game to make it less bursty early on, adding more strategy to the game again. They also didn't mention anything about ranked changes, so maybe, just maybe, we can hope for a few changes about that one as well, because right now, in case you don't know, on the European server we have a unique matchmaking that has been implemented shortly after Victor was added to the game, which only allows matchmaking for, let me actually open up the notepad. Okay. So if you're Sovereign, you can only match Chell, and if you're a duo Chell Sov, like Sov plus Chell, you can maybe match up to GM. Maybe. I haven't seen it happen, but usually you match only Sov to Chell. If you're a GM, you can only match Chell to Master, and Master has now 3 different tiers, like Master 1, 2, 3, and every of these Master tiers should be an entirely different tier. So if you're like Master 2, you should, I think, unless you're duo, only match Master 3 to match Master 1. You should not get into GM matches unless you're duo with a GM. But yeah, this on the European server caused that you can't find games anymore at the moment you hit Sovereign. You have to wait for hours to find a game, like literal hours, so it's not worth to play. On the NA server, it's a different thing. NA server has a different matchmaking. For example, if you know Talon as a streamer, I've been in a stream more recently, and in his stream, he's still able to find games as a Sovereign player in which Master players are in. On paper, you might say, but that's so good because the matches are so much closer in terms of visual elo. But visual elo is pointless because, for example, a challenger, you can hit challenger with like 1,000 games. It's not, that doesn't mean you're a bad player or like a bad person or whatever. It's just for the sake of the presentation here. A challenger with 1,000 games that just spam games plays against a challenger who play 200 games, and these two obviously are not the same, not the same rank. I mean, they're visually the same rank, but they're not the same type of player. And then you get absolutely completely owned. And since most of the people in current WildRift, at least on the European server, spam a lot of games, matchmaking is completely messed up in the top ranks. It goes brutally into one or the other direction, and usually if you play duo or like trio, you usually just win for free if you are the better players, like literally for free. It takes so much for you to lose because of this problem, and or you just simply won't find. So on paper, like if we had like in infinite players, it sounds really cool that the matchmaking is tighter, but in reality, there's no difference because this player could be like this player on NA. Because it literally doesn't matter. Like your visual rank in WildRift it's just an indicator, and most of the time the indicator is just not even a good one. And yet, like Riot doesn't have any option to do proper matchmaking right now on the European server. It's not possible. Like they're trying, and I appreciate that they're trying, but with all the issues we have, I would appreciate it personally, this is just a personal take, you can absolutely disagree, that we crack down on this problem here, on the map hack problem. It is absolutely insane. I can assure you that probably 33% of the top ladder in WildRift on the EU server are map hackers. I can assure you. And the thing is, they don't get banned for months. And the funny thing is, when you talk to a few people, they will say they're map hack because other people map hack. And even my name was called out to be allegedly map hacking. Because they don't understand that they're just shit at the game and they get shit on because they're shit. And then they map hack to, well, be like, oh my god, these other people are map hacking too, even though they can just combine one piece of information with another piece of information and, well, guess where you are probably right now. You don't need a map hack for that one. But yeah, that's another story. I appreciate them trying to do something for matchmaking. Unfortunately, at least for the very upper end of the ladder, it's not possible. I do not know how it is for lower or mid ranks, if it feels better. Feel free to share your thoughts on that one, because I truly don't know. But if there's anything that I think everyone would very much appreciate, if this problem is finally tackled in a real capacity. I know many of the top-ranked players do not map hack on their mains, they map hack on their smurfs, and that's relentlessly. The funniest thing is they even take like 600 games for Sovereign on their smurf while they're map hacking. That is how shit they are. In duo, trio, whatever, while they constantly tell people where they are. And I truly wish, if there's one thing I wish, and if it's for Christmas or New Year's, is that these people's accounts, on their Twink accounts, like on their smurf accounts, or get banned, and then the people who use it on their Smurf account, somehow Riot finds a way to ban their main account too. That would be so delightful for me to see them lose all their skins, all they've done, because they chose to cheat. And don't forget, don't cheat in WildRift, it's not worth it. Play the game, enjoy it as you want to, be it Emerald, be it Gold, be it wherever you are. Just enjoy the game for what it is. Don't get too focused on rank. Just prioritize fun, and it's so much better. Don't get debated emotionally or anything to use a map hack. It's not worth it. It's really not. Don't be like this. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and come back for more content very soon. Take care.